Hello everyone, this is Disciple Tarot here with a new video, alright? So what we are going to be looking at is potential partners. Specifically three, but I mean you could have more than that, and this can just help you narrow it down or get a good enough amount of general information to apply to all your situations, whatever they may be, however serious or, casual, whatever. But yeah, I want to look at your potential partners, number 1, 2, and 3, and maybe how to choose to help you choose, who would be a better fit. So, what I'm going to do is get 3 cards to help you pick for your reading. Here we got the King of Wands. Well, we got the Ace of Wands. I wonder if we're going to get another wand. Nope, we got the 10 of Cups. So, please just take a second to look at these cards, see which one you're subconsciously drawn to, and use the timestamps below to get to your reading. Alright guys, I'll see you in just a second. Hey there, you picked the first card for this reading, the King of Wands. So, if this is about potential partners, we'll get number 1, 2, and 3 out in just a second, but if you have the King of Wands, that's the card you picked for your reading, that's what you were drawn to, then I would say you're someone that kind of gets around. And not necessarily in a negative way, but you're someone that, is very popular or just is very social, gets along with people, is very well liked. And so this is really just for you, that you have a lot of passion, you have a lot of energy, drive, social skills, and so you are actually very much in need of assistance because you have a lot of potential partners. I wouldn't say you're going around and messing around with a million different people and not giving them any true amount of your time or something like that. It's not what I'm trying to imply or anything, but what I am saying is that you have a lot of attention from others, so it is a lot harder for you to pick. So we're going to get right into that. Let's get person 1, 2, and 3. Person 1. Fool off the table. The King of Swords. So this first person that you have is very strong-willed. This first person that has your attention, they are very much of the mind, and they make firm decisions. They don't really take any crap from nobody, that kind of thing. And so this is really about someone who has gotten your attention because maybe they're a little difficult to not get along with, but they're difficult to get to know, to really get on their radar or something like that. So that's why this person has really stuck out to you, because maybe you're, as the King of Wands, maybe you're sort of used to people fawning over you or something similar. And so this person isn't doing that, and that's really catching your attention, regardless if this person is a man or a woman or anything else, that this character just represents someone who is very aloof, stubborn, and sort of on their own path. So let's get the second person. The Ace of Coins. So this person is someone new. So maybe, for example, this King of Swords you've known for a long time or something like that. But the second person, person number two, door number two, they are someone that you have just met. They are someone new in your life. Looking at these symbols here, but there's a lot of potential. You have the cornucopia, and you have all the food, and you have the coin, and you sort of have this figure above who is like looking down. And so this is very much like the materialization of a new relationship. And especially since this is coins, I would say this person is very much a friend. It's just a new friend. It's not like it's gotten serious or anything like that, or it started out casual right from the beginning or something like that. All I'm saying is this person is someone that you have just met and have just gotten the wheels going with. They're just a friend, but they have caught your attention. This person probably just has a lot of potential, a lot of things that you like. With the cornucopia here and the food, it's very much someone that they fulfill you in such a short amount of time. They've given you the impression of like a feast, something that can sustain you. And that's good. That's good. That's very good. There's nothing wrong with meeting new people, especially if you are the King of Wands. Then you have the potential to meet lots of new people. So this is someone that you just met at a party or something like that, doesn't matter. And so they have really caught your attention. Let's get the third person. Kind of curious who this third person will be. Ooh, very surprising, actually. You got the Nine of Swords. So this is someone who causes a lot of anxiety, or someone that has had the potential to really cause you pain, or at the very least, I suppose, it doesn't have to be that they're a total nightmare or a bad person or influence on you in your life or anything like that. But what I am saying is this person could potentially be someone who has the potential of causing you stress, or maybe you've gone through the ringer with them. However, since this is what this represents the person as a whole, I'd like to sort of, I guess, cling on to the former example that I described, with them being, sort of a bad influence or something like that. That is probably what I would go with in terms of the symbology going on here. But yeah, this third person is not necessarily good news. The Nine of Swords. This person, like I said, you probably have been through a lot with them, or they've become toxic over time, something like that, and it's causing you. This is either you, for example, like within the person, and there's sort of this demon here in the background, if you've noticed them in the card. So that's an example. Or simply this is them, and they have all their own struggles and things going on, but it isn't really conducive to this person. You know, you're Mr. Social, that kind of thing, or something like that. And so this has caused a lot of hiccups in situational issues. So now it's kind of like who to pick. Well, it does depend. This third person, well, all of them, of course, but this third person is definitely going to vary for all of you. This is a general reading. But I would probably recommend to stay away from the third person. Because if they are toxic or have become toxic, you can't help them with all their issues, for example. You know, they have to, carry their own weight and work on themselves and get to a better place. They can't rely on you to do everything for them, or they can't just, sort of like bring all of their baggage to the table and expect you to be the one to deal with it and handle it instead of them, for example. That is something that you definitely don't want to deal with. So if that's the case that you're dealing with, then avoid this third person. Maybe have a talk with them if you haven't already or something like that. But in general, I would avoid this person. The second one is definitely a lot of potential, right? I mean, it's just someone new that you met, whatever. And there's always, a new seed to plant when it comes, for relationships, new friendships. So I would really encourage you to keep meeting this second person and just see where things go. Whether it's just a friendship or it develops into more, you don't know, but it's definitely someone who has given you the thought either way. And then this first person, there's nothing wrong with them at all. They're just a very strong-willed person, and that's really caught your eye. So I would really advise you to just sit down, maybe do a pros and cons list. Seems a little silly or something, but depending on your situation, it's going to vary, obviously. But these two people here are both good options. You're going to just explore this friendship here because you don't know where it's going to go, and they're just someone new that you met. But this person potentially you've known already for a while or something, but they just really get your attention. So yeah, do whatever you can to pick between these two people. Do pros and cons. Like I said, whether it's silly or not doesn't matter. Talk to your friends or something like that. Or really just pay attention to your personality in conjunction with them. I think a lot of times we can get blinded by love or our own attraction to people, lust and stuff. And so we might just not go, hey, wait, as I get to know the second person, I really click with them. This first person, we always argue like every now and again. And I don't know if that would be good for a relationship. If that's the case, for example, then definitely pick the second person. You know what I mean? So just see where it goes with this person, the second one, number 2. And then this first one, obviously, still just consider them because they seem like a very strong person that you are attracted to. So that is your reading. That's what I got for you guys today. If you would like more specifics on this, or if you even have more than 3 people, Mr. King of Wands, then definitely check out the description box below. You can find my email where you can inquire on more information for readings. And then also, if you would like to tip, you can find my PayPal down there as well. So other than that, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next reading. Take care, guys. Hey there, you guys picked the second card, Ace of Wands. Right away I would say that if you picked this card, you were really drawn to the fire, right? The blaze that's going on here with the person holding on to their wand and just all the energy that's going about here. I would say for you that this really means you've probably just started dating, whether literally for the first time or just in a while. You're really putting your energy into finding someone. And so that's where you are. You really want to find the right person. Maybe you've been dealing with a lot of heartache in the past, just in the past, or you've just gotten out of a relationship and you really not only want to find someone, of course, better, someone well suited to you, but also you might have just a way better idea of who's a good match for you. So now you're like, okay, I got all the things that I know that I want for a healthy relationship, and so I'm going to pursue those now. And then so what we're going to get into are the three people, the potential representatives, right, for you and a future relationship or something like that. So let's move this card aside and let's get let's open up door number 1 and see who's there. Ooh, you got the Two of Cups. How dandy is that? Dandy, dandy, dandy. Okay, so I mean, honestly, if person number 1, you got the Two of Cups, I mean, this is pretty simple. This is someone that you see as your soulmate. You know, they represent true love, connection, fulfillment, they have emotional intelligence, just all of that, and it really connects to you. So you're really drawn to this person, but there's probably some fear on your point, once again, depending on how this card represents for you. Again, look at the imagery for yourself and see, what does this represent for me? It makes me feel or think about these things, then that is what this card is for you. But I would say in general, it's going to be someone who is really starting their new quest for love or something like that, something similar. And so with that in mind, there's a lot of sort of, a go-getter kind of energy right here, that kind of vibe. But with this soulmate kind of connection here, there's a lot of fear. There's naturally going to be fear, especially if for you getting into this new energy of I want to find someone, it could have come from a place of heartbreak. And if it does, then there's going to be fear. So just keep that in mind. And that's probably, if that really resonates for you, then that really makes sense for why you are having trouble picking between these three people, even though you have a soulmate connection, because there's fear and analysis paralysis and whatever else. So let's get person number 2. This happened in the last reading. The cards just flew off the table. The seven of coins. Honestly, this is someone, probably a friend, that you've invested a lot of time into over the years. You really know them well, and maybe you don't have outright strong feelings for them, but there's just such a great connection and ease in the friendship that you've considered them an option. And you're like, is that what this is? Is this what true love is? It's just so easy and not platonic. I don't want to use that word because that just kind of sounds like a sin in this situation. But I guess this would represent investment. So this is just someone that you've taken so much time into. You're like, is that what love is? Is it just being able to do something so easily, just over time and years, and that's just what love is? It's just true commitment and investment, and when something is easy with someone, that's just what love is. It's not the heated passion, right, that comes with lust and stuff, because maybe for you that's something you've been avoiding is, in your past heartbreaks or something. You're like, well, I always just jump into a relationship with someone I'm just immediately attracted to, and it always falls apart. So maybe it needs to be with someone that I just get along with and have had a lot of time with. If that's the case, this could even be like a best friend or something like that. That's how I would interpret this, for example. This is someone that, in a platonic sense at this point, is someone you've invested in for time, for years. So let's get the third person. Who is the third person that you're really considering for, I mean, what I assume for most of you, a serious relationship? The Two of Wands. So, the Two of Wands is really about like exploration. It's taking that second to sort of weigh your options with what you want, what direction you want to go. Right? You have the open sea and these ships, as well as, you know, the globe right in your own hand, and you firmly have a hold of both wands. It's like you have enough on your plate and you're just trying to figure out where to go, where to direct your ship. So this person is someone it's kind of similar to person number two. This is someone that isn't necessarily a friend, but this is someone that you have met, or maybe are even going to meet, you know, depending on how many suitors you have. But this is someone that you, you've considered steering the ship in another direction. Like I said, this is similar to the sort of like best friend archetype right here with the second person, second card. But this third one, it is since there's contemplation in place with this third card, this could even be an X or something like that. Though this isn't a negative situation, like with an X, like a bad X or anything toxic. I think you've learned enough through your own experiences not to do that, especially with these other connections here as options. But this third one, this might be someone that it's like going back to and taking the ship in a different direction and retrying, I guess is what I'm trying to say. That's why they're similar to the second person, because kind of like a best friend, this is like the X. Someone that you've maybe been with before or tried things. Maybe it's even someone that you were with casually or are with casually, and it's steering the direction of where you're at in a new direction. So that's what I was trying to say. That is what I would say for this third person. So I mean, honestly, to pick, because that's ultimately what you came here for, to get some help, I would say, I mean, right off the bat, if you have someone that you are just deeply connected to and really have strong feelings for and are afraid of at the same time, then I would go along with this. Because especially if this is someone that's new and you haven't explored them yet, then you need to try that. Because at the very least, you will learn new things to bring to the table for the next relationship. Just because you're serious about finding this new passion, in your life, right? Love. That doesn't mean it's going to be the very next person you're with. So at the very least, you should explore this, because this is the feeling that you have with this person, and to see where it can go. When it comes to the second person, I'm not against best friends starting to date or anything. It could certainly go somewhere great. But just in general, I don't feel like you need to change the dynamic of a great friendship just because you're trying to find someone well suited for you, a relationship. You know what I mean? So obviously weigh this for yourself, because it's going to vary for everyone here. But I would say leave this relationship the way it is. You know, I think it's great to have a best buddy, someone that you could just hang out with, whether they're the opposite sex or not, you know, whatever the case is for you. That doesn't matter. It's just someone that you get along with. You don't need to rush into something different just because you're like, well, I want to really find someone. You don't need to let that passion of the Ace of Wands get in the way, you know, because it can set things on fire for sure. And then this third person, especially if it represents like an absolute X for you or something, you know, again, a good relationship, or at least somewhat moderate, but someone that you would like to take in a different direction. Like, let's just try again. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say with the ship here. Well, the ships. It's like taking these in a new direction. I want to try again. And that's okay, but more than likely, I always like to do the new than to revisit the old, because it probably didn't work out with this person for a reason. You probably learned great things from them, they learned great things from you. Maybe you're even still friends. I'd like to consider that. That's probably the case for you. And if that is, great, but you should really focus on this person. That's my advice. It's gonna vary for all of you. You know, as I'm talking and explaining things, it's connected. Different things are connecting with each of you. So however that's all resonating, you know who to really pick. But I would say for the majority of you, you really got to try this new thing, even if it's scary. So I would say the first card. And that's all I can say, because this is a general reading. But if you would like specifics, please check out the description box below, and you can find my email, and then that's where you can inquire about information on booking a private session with me. And we can really dig into stuff for you, you know, on this potential soulmate or whatever. Other than that, if you would like to tip me, that would be great. You can find my PayPal below, and every little amount helps for sure. I can get new decks and stuff like that. Otherwise, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Just let people know how much this video helped you and how it can help someone else. That would be great. So without anything else to say, I would just say have a good day, and thanks for checking out this video. I will see you in the next video, guys. Take care. Hello, card number 3. You guys picked the 10 of Cups. And I would say right away why you were subconsciously drawn to this card was because of the symbols of like a happy marriage and union. There's a kid here, there's a happy couple, there's all these cups in a rainbow fashion floating above them, the sun's shining brightly down on them. This is a card that's really saying you want commitment, you want something serious. So you have 3 potential people that you are considering for that, maybe more, but this 3 can at least help you narrow it down or just give you information to apply to however many you have. You know, even if it's just one, these 3 can at least connect to one person that you are seeing or wanting to see. So with that said, that's why you're drawn to this card. You want serious commitment. And that's fine. That's totally fine. So let's get each person. We'll start with person number 1. And we'll see what they kind of represent, what they bring to the table for you. It's happened on all 3 of these readings. I dropped a card and it goes right off the table. These cards are kind of slippery though, so that doesn't surprise me. The Hierophant. So this person is definitely very good on communication. I would just say that outright. This person is someone that you really look up to. Maybe they're a religious figure of some kind. They're very spiritual, or they're just very intellectual. Whatever it is, you sort of look up to them. You're sort of one of these people right here, not bowing before them necessarily. Definitely don't do that. Don't put people on pedestals. But you're seeing this person as just very worthy. So there is someone that you really find attractive based off their intelligence of some kind, their spirituality, their connection to the divine, whatever it is, you know, whatever your religion is theirs, you know, that kind of situation, whatever your beliefs are. But this person is definitely very attractive to you based off of that intellect, their value system. So right off the bat, I would say this person sounds like a good fit. If it's someone that really is intellectual and stuff and you really admire that, there's more things that go into a relationship and a happy marriage and things like that for sure. But I mean, having attraction is definitely a part of it. So that's great. Let's get person number 2. flipped. I just gotta find it. There it is. The Page of Coins. So this is someone that it's like they're understanding the physical world, material possessions, money. This is someone that maybe you've helped. That's the way I would like to look at this. This is someone that you've maybe helped, or they're helping themselves, or you've gotten them on the right track. And so I don't want to say they're like a mentee or anything like that. You know, that's not necessarily conducive for a great relationship either. Just having like a pupil be someone that you're, um, dating just because you were helping them. But this is someone that you've helped along the way, and you're still helping them. I mean, you have this figure here who's looking at the coin and sort of understanding it and trying to analyze it and get a better understanding of how to live again in like the physical world. So this is someone that you've maybe built up things with them. Maybe you guys work together on a business or something, and this is a business partner or someone that you've started out with on that venture. And so maybe for other reasons you're attracted to them, but this is that person. This could be someone that you work with, or have just started a business with, or something like that. Someone that's helped you start your business, or you've helped them start theirs. Or this is just someone in some sort of physical sense you've really helped them with. You've helped them through things in that regard. And so honestly, that's still a valid potential partner for sure. I kind of get the vibe with you that you're definitely a very like stable, secure kind of person, and so you kind of have that outlook on your partners. So I mean, I'm getting just very specific traits based on these people from the cards, and that's kind of it, right? So it's like, number one is just this intellectual person, and this number two is this new like business partner person. And so it's very like specific, I guess is what I'm saying. So let's get the third person. Let's see who else you're considering. The Knight of Coins. Sort of similar to the second person, this is someone that you've really spent your time with, or things have really gone slowly between you friendship wise or something. And so, nonetheless, you consider them an option. I mean, maybe you don't know that many people, so these are just people in your immediate circle that you're considering. And that's okay too, but I mean, definitely only go after those who you're truly attracted to and really have an interest in having a relationship. Because I mean, a relationship is a big deal, so you don't just jump into something with someone just because you're looking for someone, or because you want a marriage, or you want a happy family image to show off to people. That's definitely not a good way to get into a relationship with someone, because it's not going to be authentic. It's not going to be real, and it's not going to have a great basis for, like a great foundation for a future. So anyway, the Knight of Coins, though, this is someone that you are getting to know, for example, very slowly or something like that, or maybe you only see them at work and barely get to talk to them. And so things are progressing very slowly, but you're still attracted to them for one reason. They're this dashing figure on this horse, and it's still an attractive feature for you. But that's what I would say for this third person. I mean, I know that's kind of vague, but I mean, this is a general reading, but this is what I have for you. This first person is someone intellectual or spiritual that you really look up to and you really like that about them. The second person is someone, like I said, maybe you've gone into business with them or in some way you've helped them, and that's just kind of, you've taken on this sort of mentor role with them. And again, that's not that that's a bad thing or unhealthy or anything, but I don't know if I would necessarily consider that a great option for a person without knowing more details about them for you. And then the third person, this is just someone you're getting to know or barely have the time to get to know just because of your life's circumstances or because of maybe you only see them at work or something like that. So, right off the bat, I mean, you want some advice on maybe who to pick. I would say if this is all resonating and you find that you're not really truly attracted to any of them, then I would say that's just that's a clue and a cue. It's both of those. It is time for you to go out and meet new people so that you have those options, right? So that things aren't uninteresting or you don't have a pool of options. But with that point aside, if you are attracted to these, this has resonated with you in some fashion, and one or two or three of these people here that you're attracted to, then I would say you really have to just sit down and do like a pros and cons list or something to sort of weigh which one is a better fit for you. This third person you don't know that well, for example, regardless of how dashing or something they may appear to you. So this person you don't know that well, so you might need to take the time to really see where things go with them. And in the meantime, you can really think about if dating a mentee kind of person is something you would want to do. If you're sort of that business mogul, strong, authoritative figure kind of type looking for commitment, then maybe this is not only like relatable to you, but this is actually something you would look for in a relationship, someone that you can help and really build up because you're someone that's always so sturdy and strong or something like that. Otherwise, I would say avoid this person just because you don't necessarily want to date someone that you're just mentoring. You know what I mean? Like that's a different kind of dynamic, regardless if you're actually friends or not. And then this person's interesting. You just find them interesting. They're very spiritual or just intellectual, and you like that about them. So if this is connecting at all, I would say really let things build up with the third person. Really consider if dating a mentee is something that you consider a true romantic prospect, I guess. And then this first person, just really make sure that you connect with them on more than just an intellectual basis because there's more to a relationship than just the mind. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys. So if you really like this video, give it a thumbs up, just subscribe please for sure, but definitely comment, let me know how this helped you. And if you would like more specifics on this reading, then please consider booking a session with me one-on-one. You can find my email below where you can get more information on that. And also if you would like to tip, that is definitely appreciated. You can find my PayPal below where you can do that. Otherwise, I would just say have a great day. Thanks for checking out the video, and I will see you next time.